So I think I'm live. Let me see. Hello, hello, everyone. This is another live stream and another guest on on this marketing journey. It's not just about marketing, but it's also about entrepreneur life. So yeah, I think we are live, and if you want to comment and show up, when you comment, if you want to show up here, just click on chat, red stream. You have the link there, so I can see your name here on the chat box, so I can respond to you. This is another interview after Laura from JVZoo. This time it's, I meet, his name is Andrew. I meet him, or I'll say him Andy. Okay, so I meet him at events. I'm not sure. I think was at the event from Dublin or even before Dublin when he launched. He was launching his own product that it's on the marketplace right now. But I want to chat with him. Like he had no idea what I'm gonna ask him, so there was not questions sent before or things like that. I just want to have like friend chat and then ask him about what he's doing there with his product, and if he has something to give us, he will give anyway. So now I'll bring on the scene Andy. What's up, man?
Hey Marius, thank you so much for having me on today. It's great to be here.
Yeah, we was when was last time when we was at an event? I think it was in Dublin, right?
Um, it's probably Dublin. I'm not sure I've even been to an event since Dublin. So yeah, it was probably then was the last time I saw you in person.
Yeah,
God, that seems like a long time ago.
yeah, but the past is past. Most of the event, not most, all the events, I was drunk. So
That was what you were known for, yes. Except one where you showed up like stone cold sober and you were the smartest dude in the room.
yeah, so it was, for me, it was like an escape because we try to change something here. Some of entrepreneurs try to change the world. Some of us try to change the mindsets of others who want to change themselves. And it's not just an entrepreneur help others to find a solution to a problem, right? So that's what we do. So it's a lot of pressure on our side, and when we work as entrepreneur, like on the computer, everything on internet, we we are like alone. So when you escape from this, from this office or whatever, you just get to
Yeah, I think that's true of like most people in our space. Like there's a few like people who have just like iron will discipline like Chris Winters, and the rest of us it's just like we get in that hotel and it's right weekend, let's go.
yeah. So yeah, man, for me was rough time because I didn't keep it up with this stress, anxiety, launching product after product. Um, Before we go and I'll ask you a couple of questions. As I want to tell everyone, this I never sent questions before. This is just like a friend chat. So, Andy, I don't know because I was not sober all the time. I want to ask, how did you start it on the internet marketing journey?
So I started internet marketing more than a decade ago now. I was working as a technical operations manager for a startup in London, and two things happened on the same day. There was my mate Santosh knew that I would read just about anything that was put on my desk, and he heard that one of the higher ups had just signed a contract with these like celebrity like management agency to do their websites, and that they were looking for somebody who knew SEO. And nobody wanted to get stuck with this assignment in the company. So he went out at lunchtime. He bought a book like Idiot's Guide to SEO, left it on my desk. And then I'm sat there in the afternoon, like reading through it. I will read anything. And I'm sat there reading it as the CEO comes wandering around. And he's like, Andy, you're reading about SEO. That's amazing. You're the SEO guy. And that literally is where it all began. And then I was the one-eyed man in the land of the blind. Like, I learned like what a backlink was. I learned like the absolute basics. And at the time, we are talking a long time ago now. Yeah. Like it was my job to rank. We did sites like it was official AntonDeck.com and just some real, not exactly A-list celebrities. And they wanted, the talent management agency wanted these websites so they could like control the story on the internet. And obviously controlling the story on the internet means controlling what Google shows. So there was like a dev team building the sites in WordPress and idiot face here trying to do just enough SEO to get it to rank for those terms.
Yeah, that was a long time ago, and everything changed. I think every year, you know, a new technology, a new technique, a new tool, whatever. But one thing remains there. It's like I hope for a long time. It's in an emailing list, right?
Yeah, and, absolutely. It's build a list of customers and develop a relationship with them, and you can't go far wrong.
Yeah, and let me see how this works here. So yeah, okay. I just want to be sure I show your name there. Okay, and then you got on. How you started on the software marketing? I mean, because you have a software since I think 5 years ago. You just launched the software.
Yeah, so I mean, I've got a computer science degree for my sins. I was one of the nerdy kids sat in those computer labs at university, so I had like a bit of an advantage coming into the industry. Like I am rubbish at marketing compared to like so many of my peers in this space, but I make up for it by like having a bit more technical clue, I think, which helps me. So after working for that startup, I had to quit my job when one payday they decided that paying us was optional. They called us all into a room and we thought our stock options were going to be worth something, but in fact they told us, well, we can't pay you this month, but if you keep working hard, maybe we can pay you next month. And I was like, no.
Yeah.
that's not how this works.
Yeah, yeah. They don't understand how is entrepreneurship, and they don't believe in that. So if they don't feel it, you know, this is gonna work. Yeah, I know. Me too. When I do some deals or things like that, they want money now, money now, money now. Even today, people want, if they want a business, they want money now. So I cannot work with that kind of people, right? Because I'm going to spend a lot of time changing their mindset first. You know?
Absolutely. I mean, at the time, like I needed money now. I needed that paycheck. I'd been paying my rent and eating food for a month, and them not paying me was quite a big deal. And I was like, well, you know, if I've got to take on the risk of not being paid at the end of the month, I want the rewards when it works. So I quit on the spot and went into business for myself. Like first of all, like selling SEO services and then selling SEO software, because I discovered it's just like selling tools that do a thing is a lot more leverageable, a lot more scalable than just doing the thing yourself. And with a software background, that was my routine. Like a good decade ago, most people were selling like an ebook on how to do a thing, and I was able to sell like a tool that did the thing. And that was a big step up for me in the industry.
Yeah. So you didn't have any knowledge on how to launch a product or things like that. How you got traction
So I mean, I learned a lot of my game watching the ClickBank launches, and there was like the original syndicate, like Michael Same and Frank Kern and John. I played a lot of online poker, and I discovered there was like an online poker forum I was a member of, and on there was like a business and money discussion section. And on there they talked a lot about digital marketing, and that's where I came across like the syndicate guys. I discovered ClickBank and like all of the guys like Bobby Walker and Adil Chowdhury, who were just absolutely killing it at that point. Like I learned a lot of my launch game from watching what they did, launching their, again, mostly ebooks, and then took those approaches to apply to software. Because I mean, it's all the same stuff, right? It's like, I've got a thing, I want you to buy the thing, I need to tell you about it and convince you it'll work. So I used a lot of the stuff I learned from them to sell my software on the Warrior Forum.
Yeah, so your first launch was on Warrior Forum or JVZoo?
On Warrior Forum. So for my sins, I actually started DigiResults, which was like JVZoo.
Yes.
With JVZoo. Those guys are so much better at marketing than me. Like they killed us. They absolutely killed us. Like I didn't do badly. Like I made a decent whack of money, but I made more off the WordPress plugins that we were selling through the network than off the network itself. And JVZoo cleaned up because they did so much better at getting it out there and getting people on board, even though they started like 6 months after us.
You just remind me about DigiResults. That was not your network?
That was my network.
Okay. Because, man,
long time ago.
Yeah, there was also pay.com or something like that. Yeah, was a lot of marketplaces. Something that when I chat with people about, hey man, you have a great product, and I told them about those marketplaces. They say, I don't want to be on that marketplace. I'll get someone like to invest 1 million or 2 million for my product, and I'll have a share with whatever, and then they don't get any traction because there was no like us underground market, like, do you now make this thing happen,
Yeah, like it's demand gen marketing versus like brand marketing, and brand marketing really matters when you're a $50 million company. It doesn't matter a jot when you're trying to make your first $3 on the internet. Like, learn to run ads, learn to recruit affiliates, learn to do SEO, learn to do all of that good stuff.
Yeah, I had a chat with even the guys from this tool Restream.io, and I had a chat with the developer, I think he's the owner somehow, but they don't understand the concept of what we are doing. They think it's just sneaky things like cheating people or whatever. So,
yeah, I refer to it as scammer adjacent.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. There's a lot of bad apples in our market space.
Yeah. But what we actually do is we know how to get a copy, because the product is awesome. Create a great copy and then get a lot of affiliates on board, so you can start to catapult your not your revenue, because it's not a lot when you share with affiliates and things like that, but at least you get a lot of traction in the beginning. So
absolutely. I mean, even with sharing it with affiliates, like you make really good money doing a launch. It's why like some people do nothing but product launches and make a ton of money doing it.
Yeah, and we know the company ClickFunnels that they did only with affiliates, without venture capitals or things like that. So now I want to ask you, okay, you have a great product, and I want to ask you about let me see here the captions so I can show the people. Let's talk about converttree.com. We have a lot of tools on the marketplace, like like ClickFunnels and others, like link pages, whatever. Can you tell to my audience and to my members what's the difference between these and other tools? I told just about landing pages, not about blog and like that, because blog, it's a blog. We have to use WordPress, whatever, what, I like to keep everything on WordPress when it's about the blogging. So can you tell me what's the difference between Converttree and the other tools on the marketplace?
Yeah, certainly. So, I mean, two things: flexibility and page load speed. It came from two experiences 5 years ago. In fact, it was at one of the events we were talking about before, where you must know Jay Cruz. He was in the audience. I was on the panel. He was giving me shit before I went up anyway. And his question was like, Andy, it's like must have been summer 2015 at this point. It was like, Andy, why in 2015 does it take my developer so long to like move a button a bit across the screen? Like why is that still so difficult? Why does it take him so long? Why'd I have to pay him so much money? And at the time, my answer was, Jay, speaking as a developer that has to do that kind of thing for people like you, fuck off. And I got a big laugh from the audience, and it was good. Everyone had been drinking, but that thought really nagged at me. It was like, why is it so hard? Why do you need to learn HTML? Or why, with all like the tools that are out there, do you have to do this like rows and columns and sections? Why can't you just like grab elements and just drag them around a page and be, I want that thing there, go. And that was where that came from. And it turned out that's really appealing to people. Like they don't want to think in rows and columns and sections. They want to think, I want my logo in the top left of the screen, and they drag their logo to the top left of the screen.
Yeah.
The second bit is page load speed. We're just so much faster than everyone else on that front. My business partner, Neil Merton, who I'm sure you know, who was reading all of the stats that Amazon had put out, which at the time, again, this is back in 2015, it said that if your page takes 3 seconds to load, you lose 40% of your traffic. And Google's repeated that experiment recently, and it's now 50% of your traffic if your page takes more than 3 seconds to load. So we got really hot on that at the time. So it's baked in from the very beginning that not only will the page be really easy to build, but it's going to load super fast, pretty much no matter what you do with it. And that just makes such a big difference to people's conversions.
Yeah, I'm trying to, let's see. I think I have Converttree right now on the screen. So yes, this is something that I think was the unique selling point. The speed was the most important thing for, and it now with Google, they try to change this to be even more. I'm not perfect English speaker, but
that's okay. Doing fine.
I read something about Google speed, like they looking for pages to have even better speed or something like that. Maybe you are aware of that.
Absolutely. It affects everything on Google. It affects your ad quality score now. It affects your SEO rankings. Like page speed is not going away, and it matters to people. Like when was the last time you opened something on your phone, it didn't immediately load and you went, I don't care, and closed it?
Yeah, so this is and we have big guys here that use like videos, up viral, phrase development, shell, and I just want to tell everyone, guys, this is a great product, not just because I know Andy. What I like is because I have a checkout. I can have a checkout page, and I really like the real drag and drop form. Like
that's really appealing to everyone. Is that like you don't have to think about your page the way our tool thinks about your page. You get to think about your page however you think about it.
Yeah, so if I go to edit a page and want to change something, it's like, you know, I didn't saw this on other products. Like if I want to get this button, um, I think now we are also on the call, but I can move this button wherever I want and will be there. You know, I'm not sure if you can see the screen, but
Yeah, I can see it fine.
yeah. So you guys get the idea, and yeah, uh, it's awesome products on the market for about 5 years now, almost, or maybe more, right?
Yeah, we started sort of January 2016. So the company's been going 5 years, and we launched July 2016. So we're like four and a half at this point.
Yeah. So for everyone who need a lead page, yeah, because I know I have also click funnels and all that things like that, but I don't use them. But this is you know what I use for most of the pages, the checkout features.
We're really ramping up our like cart stuff at the moment. We've like last week released like inventory management and fulfillment. We've got all kinds of integrations coming up, and there's some stuff I can't talk about at the moment that's going to be even cooler than that. 3 months time.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see if we have questions about Convertly. Anyway, Convertly, it's great. It's awesome. The pricing, it's you know, you have 14 days trial, right? It's 14 days trial. I don't have any affiliate link on the screen or things like that. Go directly convertly.com and try it. And yeah, how Andy says, this is so quickly. It happens so quickly when you just click on a link. Boom, you can have the content right now, because we are on live stream. Will take more for Facebook to show up that, or for YouTube to transmit this REST stream. Andy, okay, you have awesome product. I know you have also option for affiliates that can make a lot of money, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I want to ask you one thing that you know, what's your best, best giveaway for a new entrepreneur?
What do you mean, like best, like starting out advice?
Yes, starting out. Yeah.
Pick something and get good at it. Like I've been doing this 10 years and I'm good at two things. Like now, like I can make software and I can recruit affiliates. Like I don't really write very good copy. I've never been good at email marketing. Like my business partner handles all of those things. You don't need to be good at SEO and Facebook ads and Google ads and YouTube ads and social media stuff and it's just irrelevant. Pick something and get good at it, and focus on, like, if someone else can make it work, you can make it work too. Like, don't get hung up on, oh, but what if it doesn't work for me? It's like, well, if it doesn't work for you, keep going. Like this stuff is hard. That's why it's worth money.
Yeah, I mean, I think we make it hard because you know
we make it very hard on ourselves.
Because we overthink, you know. So
everyone does.
Yeah, if we had a plan, or for example, for me, the biggest aha moment was when I choose my niche.
Mm-hmm.
When I started, I just software. I was excited, and I'm not even a developer, but you know, I worked with other developers that they have already products. So I was excited, but the big aha moment was like, I think like 5 months ago. So this happened after 8 years on the marketing. So I had a big aha moment like five months ago. It's like, whoa, this is it. You know,
it makes a big like saying no to a bunch of stuff is really hard. Like it's not really human nature. Like we don't like closing off doors, but just deciding it's like I'm going to do this. This is my thing. Makes such a big difference.
Yeah, I think the most important thing is to do what we love to do. Then just okay, I'll do this just because of the money.
Yeah, like something you love, something you can get good at, something that people pay money for. Find the thing in the middle of those three.
Yeah. What can I say, Andy? Thanks so much. We was on first call since we meet last time on Dublin, I think, wherever was that, long time ago. And we had a real chat, and I want to thank you so much.
No, it's been great to be here, mate. You're always a pleasure to talk to. Thank you so much for having me.
I'm not Marius anymore, like dancing and things like that. Yeah, not anymore. Yeah, now I'm drinking tea every day. So much.
Yeah, I can't even do caffeinated tea anymore. This is decaf. That's how boring I am.
Mm-hmm. But that's the way how it is. And thank you, Andy. Thank you so much. And for other things, guys, please go to convert.com. There is no affiliate, no anything like that. Just start using. They have 14 days trial, and I told you again, I love the way how you build the pages with real drag and drop. I didn't saw many products that can do that, real drag and drop. If you put a picture there and you drag wherever you want, will stick there, and that's the page. So it's really nice. Thank you, Andrew. Guys, Marius here, and see you next time with another guest.
Thank you.